That wheel center cap I made was a success, so we're going to 3D print something new now. This is the headrest from the back seats of the Toyota 4Runner. Now normally these headrests can be taken out for better visibility, and you can also use them functionally for things like the seat cover that we're using to protect the car seats from the claws on the dogs. That seat cover attaches by looping around one or two of these poles, and you need to have this in place in order for that to work. However, if you have this in place, it's blocking the view, so I'm going to 3D print something that's just this and something that ties them together. So let's start by measuring the distance between the two poles. We're going to take it in multiple locations to see if it kind of moves inward or outward. It's 106. It does ever so slightly get thinner at the end, but that might just be an error in manufacturing. It's a tiny one too, it's barely anything, so 106. Now let's get the size of these poles. 13.75. In here are two notches where the headrest locks into place. I'm only going to need one of those. The notch starts 75 millimeters up the rod. That's probably intended to be 2 millimeters, but the most I got was 1.9. So I'm going to go with 1.9. Let's just make sure these are perfectly cylindrical. Yeah, let's get to designing. Alright, let's start by popping a cylinder down and giving it the dimensions it needs. So 125 long, 13.75 diameter. Alright, we've got one pole. Let's make a copy of it. And what was that inside distance? 106. Let's make that notch. Going to be subtracting. The notch was 1.9 millimeters. Once again, I'm realizing I forgot to take a measurement, and that is the depth of the notch. So we take the diameter at the notch, 12.5, and subtract it from the actual diameter, which I think is 13.75. So 1.25. Now we can cap this off with whatever we want. This height is 13.75, so let's make this 13.75 as well. Let's just do 14. I'm going to subtract from the base. That's going to be 1.25 millimeters. Taking that little bit off is going to cut this notch here and make it a flat surface for it to mount to the print bed, and that's going to make it so there's less overhang at the beginning. Yeah, those should go in a lot easier. Those pyramids should add a little more durability, and this is looking good. I think I'll go slice this and print it. It's coming along. Look at that. And it's got a nice gloss to it. Normally it comes out kind of matte. Nice. Alright, let's hope it comes off alright. Alright, I was going to take this over to somewhere else to get the part off the build plate, but it came right off. It is a little warped on the corner, that corner, but not too bad. I think it'll still work for what we're using it for. Gonna check out a comparison. These look like they line up perfectly. Here's the hammock for the dogs, and this is where the headrest goes. Let's see if we get this the right way around the first time. There's a notch, the button's over here, and oh, nice. Alright, that's good. Now let's stick this hammock through. Alright, this looks good. Here's what the original headrest looks like when it's in the up position. Here it is in the down position, still blocking some of the view. And here's the rear view with the headrest replacement that was 3D printed. Much better. Obviously, this thing is not a headrest. Don't put your head on there. Don't put your friends' heads on there. If you have a human being sitting in this seat, don't put one of these in that seat. Any of the seats. I'm not accepting any liability for any prints like this. I'm going to put this online so people can modify it if they want. I'll put a link to that in the description. Oh, and things went pretty great for the first one, so I'm going to print a second one for the other side. No design changes. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next Car Simplified video. Thanks for watching.